June 17th, 1939. A crowd gathers in the streets of Versailles. They're not here for a festival. They're here to watch a man die. And what they do next is so disturbing, France will ban public executions forever. People rush toward the body. They dip handkerchiefs in the pooling blood. They fight for souvenirs. This is the execution that went too far. The last time France would let its citizens watch death as entertainment. Eugen Weidmann wasn't born a monster. Frankfurt, Germany, a young man who turned to theft during the chaos of World War I. Prison became his school, 5 years behind bars for robbery. But he didn't leave alone. 2 cellmates became his partners, Roger Million, Jean Blanc. Together, they had a plan. Rich tourists visiting France, easy targets. The trio rented a villa, a perfect trap. Their first attempt failed. The victim fought too hard. They let him go. But Weidmann was just getting started. July 1937, Jean de Koven arrives in France, a 22-year-old dancer from New York City. She meets a charming German man at the villa. He calls himself Siegfried. She writes about him, about visiting his beautiful home, about Napoleon and Josephine. She never writes again. Weidmann strangles her during their meeting, buries her in the garden. Her family searches. They find nothing. Months pass. A chauffeur named Joseph Cuffy drives Weidmann to the French Riviera. In a forest clearing, Weidmann shoots him in the neck, steals his car, takes his money. The pattern continues. A nurse lured into a cave, shot, robbed of her diamond ring. A theatrical producer shot in the back, 5,000 francs stolen. Then Fritz Frommer, a man Weidmann knew from prison, imprisoned for opposing the Nazis, shot in the neck. One more victim, an estate agent. 6 murders in less than a year. Police track him to the villa. 2 officers wait. Weidmann arrives, sees them, fires 3 times. Both officers take bullets. But wounded men can be dangerous men. They tackle him. A hammer connects with his skull. Weidmann wakes up in custody. The confession comes easily. He admits everything, every murder, every body. He claims regret for Jean de Koven, says she went down like a doll when he grabbed her throat, gentle, unsuspecting. The trial is quick. His partners face prison. Weidmann faces the guillotine. Death sentence, final appeal denied. But nobody knows what's coming next. Dawn should have brought the blade. French law demands executions before sunrise, away from watching eyes. But the crowd is too large. Thousands pack the streets outside Saint-Pierre prison. They've waited all night, front row seats to death. Reporters arrive with cameras, new technology. The execution gets delayed. The sun rises. Still, they wait. Finally, the prison doors open. Weidmann emerges, hands bound behind his back, white shirt pulled down, neck exposed and clear. The crowd erupts, howling, shrieking. A wave of sound crashes over the scene. Guards push him toward the guillotine. He struggles, not much. The executioner's assistants move fast. They bundle him onto the board, slide him forward. His neck fits into the groove. The executioner checks, once, twice. The blade drops. Eugen Weidmann dies in front of thousands. But the horror isn't over. People rush forward. They push past guards. Some dip handkerchiefs into the blood spreading across the pavement. Others soak scarves, souvenirs from a killer's death. The guillotine is dismantled quickly. Workers wash the blood away with buckets of water. Trams roll past the prison. 2 cafes open their doors. Versailles returns to normal. But the photographs don't lie. Cameras captured everything. The crowd's faces, their excitement, their hunger for spectacle. The French government sees the images. Officials are horrified. This isn't justice. This is medieval barbarism, entertainment built on death. The decision comes swiftly. No more public executions, ever. The guillotine continues its work, behind prison walls, in private rooms, away from cameras and crowds. The last guillotine execution happens in 1977, but never again in public view. Weidmann's death marked the end of an era, the moment France decided some things are too dark for public consumption. The blade that fell that morning in Versailles didn't just end a serial killer's life. It ended a tradition that had lasted nearly 150 years.